All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about something we all have, something that shapes our entire world, our beliefs. And we're going to dig into this really big idea, how our relationship with those beliefs can either, shut us down completely or open us up to something truly transformative. And it all boils down to one simple question. So, I want you to think about this as we go along. Are your beliefs a fortress? Something you build up to keep out any challenging new ideas? Or are they a doorway, an entry point to a much deeper understanding of the world? Seriously, how you answer that, well, it can change everything. Okay, so to really unpack this, we've got to look at the tools we use to navigate our beliefs. And that brings us to this idea of dogmas. Now, stick with me here because we can think of them as signposts pointing us toward truth. I know. The word dogma can sound a little intense, right? It's got a negative vibe for a lot of people, but its original purpose was actually super helpful. Just think of it as a collection of shared rules, codes, and wisdom, all passed down through tradition. They were meant to be guides, drawing on the hard-won experience of people who walked the path before us. And here is the absolute key takeaway. The whole point of a dogma is just to point toward a truth. It's like a signpost pointing you toward a city. The signpost isn't the city, right? It's the map, not the actual territory. The goal is to guide you, not to trap you inside a box. And this is where we hit a major crossroads. How we relate to these signposts can send us down two completely different paths. The real danger, the big trap, is when we start mistaking the signpost for the destination itself. That's when we start, worshiping the map instead of actually going on the journey. We get so focused on just agreeing with the words on the page that we forget to seek the deeper reality they're pointing to. So what this gives us are two totally opposing mindsets. On one side, you've got what we can call blind adherence. That's when you just cling to the signpost for dear life. And on the other side, a lived encounter. That's when you actually follow the signpost and go experience the destination for yourself. Okay, let's dive into that first path, the path of blind adherence. The philosopher Alan Watts had a pretty stark name for this. He called it intellectual suicide. And yeah, that's what happens when we just cling to the rules without looking deeper. So what does this mindset actually look like? Well, there are a few telltale signs. First, there's a real resistance to any deeper understanding. You just cling rigidly to these fixed ideas, pretending they're the final, complete answer. It also completely denies a simple truth, that our knowledge is always incomplete. And what's underneath all of this? It's fear. It closes the mind because it's afraid of uncertainty. And this brings us right back to that powerful quote from Alan Watts, the one that gives this path its name. He said, "Irrevocable commitment to dogma is intellectual suicide because it closes the mind to any new vision of the world." Wow. I mean, that's a pretty heavy warning against letting our own beliefs become a prison, isn't it? But there is another way. So let's explore that second path, the one we can call a living faith. This is the path of the lived encounter we talked about earlier. Now, this path isn't about just sitting back. No, it's an active practice. It all starts with the humility to just admit that there are huge mysteries out there that are way beyond what we can fully understand. It's about choosing to nurture trust in the unknown instead of demanding control and absolute certainty all the time. On this path, dogma isn't a wall. It's a doorway that you walk through to find something more, to always seek a deeper connection. And once again, Alan Watts just nails it. He said, "Faith is, above all, openness, an act of trust in the unknown." I love that. It really suggests that faith isn't about having all the answers. Maybe it's about having the courage to live with the questions. So this brings everything together, right? It comes down to a final choice, a comparison between these two completely different ways of living, the hunt for certainty versus the potential for genuine transformation. Let's just put these two paths side by side and see how different they really are. Intellectual suicide. Its foundation is fear. The mindset is closed and rigid. The goal? Control and certainty. And the outcome is just confinement. Now look at living faith. Its foundation is courageous trust. The mindset is open and humble. The goal is encounter and growth. And the outcome? Real personal transformation. I mean, the contrast is just night and day, isn't it? And this, right here, this is the heart of it all. Look, certainty is comforting. It feels really safe to think you have everything figured out, right? But it's openness that actually transforms us. That's the fundamental trade-off that every single one of us has to face. So we end right back where we started, with a question just for you. When you really look at your own beliefs, your own convictions, which path truly offers more? Is it the undeniable comfort that comes with certainty? Or is it the incredible, life-changing power of transformation? It's your call.